What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Unplayable. We're here with a Star Wars Unlimited video. We got some booster pack information today on the FFG live stream, and we're just going to react to it. We haven't talked about it at all, like the three of us, intentionally, so that we could get some pretty live reactions. So, Jay, Mike, are you ready for this?
Oh, I am so ready to throw my money away.
yeah. My bank account's looking a lot smaller after this announcement.
I got a second job already. It's great. All right, so we're gonna scroll through the article that they released. First thing I want to know is just react to like the packaging, the art of you've got Leia, you've got Chewbacca, you've got Thrawn in these slick little black red packs. What do you think?
I think it looks great. Yeah, I agree. I think it looks solid.
They're cool. I remember when the Legacies packaging came out for Star Wars Destiny, and like that was really sick when that came out. It was like basically all white with like little pops of red and whatever character. But I think that sort of design is a little bit played out at this point. So I think this is like a really nice sort of introduction to the game. Yeah.
It still throws me off that it's Spark of Rebellion, like SOR. Like, I just want to say Spirit of Rebellion for Destiny. And like, at some point we have to ask them how they landed on that name for set one, because
for sure.
I'm so curious. SOR, Spark of Rebellion. I love seeing Thrawn on a booster pack. I think especially in light of recent Star Wars news.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an eye grabbing, like, if you're in the store and you see Thrawn, it's like, wait, what is that?
Definitely makes you want to see what it is. I mean, and that piece of art looks really, really awesome too. I don't think we've seen that card yet, but the art looks sick, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's his signature stance, like
his thinking face.
Ahsoka has her signature stance where she's always like this. That's his signature stance. And all of like the Destiny cards that he was on, he did that.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Good. All right. Well,
is Leia always pointing at things? Is that her signature stance?
I guess that's definitely Akbar's signature stance. If you ever see Akbar, it's that scene. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So right away we learned there are 16 cards in a pack. And here we learn among those 16 cards, it says one is guaranteed to be a leader card, one is guaranteed to be a base with an experience or shield token on the other side of it. So maybe a little bit similar to like tokens in other games, like Flesh and Blood did this. Leaving 14 cards remaining that are pulled from the pool of like quote unquote standard cards. So the rarities are common, uncommon, rare, and legendary. I feel like fairly common. I mean, obviously Lorcana had like the super rare. But it says in each booster pack, you'll find 9 commons, 3 uncommons, and 1 rare or legendary card. You may notice that only adds up to 13. Add the leader and a base card, you've got 15. So what is the last card in the pack? Before we get into that, though, what do you think about this breakdown?
16 cards is nice. It's like Magic the Gathering. It's like Flesh and Blood, and instead of the all Stars, Destiny, and Lorcana, where it's like 5 cards. I like having more cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think like it is very clear that this was designed to be drafted, and that like this breakdown, I think is entirely because of that. But seems fine. It's what Magic players are used to, at least. So, I don't think there's too much to say about it.
Yeah, same. I think that screams to me the 16 cards is like, okay, yes, you did. You've said that you built this with draft and limited play in mind, and that says yes, that is a draftable and in a way that does not absolutely just destroy my bank account kind of way. Where I can actually draft without taking out a second loan.
Well, we don't know the price of these packs yet, so
that's true. These could be $10 packs for all we know. I wish they would have said something about that, but
yeah, same
next week.
But one is a token, and one's a base, one's a leader, and then there's not a token, right? Like those are the two kind of
Well, the
token-y
token is the
slots.
back
Yeah, the
of
token's
the-
on the back side of the base.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So-
2 of those you're gonna get 1,000,000 of. So
Yeah.
really, it's 14 cards in a pack
hmm
in a way.
Yeah.
I
So-
still think that that's pretty standard, right? Because Magic pack is 15 cards and one is
And
a
one
token
Yeah,
and one's
token.
a land. So
Oh yeah, so it's still the same.
yeah, it's same or maybe even one more, but it's yeah.
Okay.
All right, so the final pack in the card is, or the final card in the pack, excuse me, is a foil card, which they say which will be a foil version of any card in the set that can appear in booster packs, which to me says, okay, you're not going to get a starter set card or starter deck foil, which is a little disappointing in my mind, but because you can't go like a full foil deck, like you can get close, but if there's like good starter cards that you want,
Are
in
they
the deck,
not technically in the set?
I mean,
There's
they
some-
have the S rating, like the S at the bottom right, and they have 3 of them in the starter deck.
Do
I
they
think-
have a number? Do they have like a set number? Because they could technically be in the set, even though you can't find them in booster packs.
From what I've heard, oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're technically still in the set, but you can't find them in boosters, right? So you
But they-
can't
But it
get
says
a foil.
that
put the
can appear in
foils
booster
in.
packs.
Oh, okay.
It specifically puts in parentheses,
Got
which
it.
to
Got it.
me
got it.
says
Okay, I see.
there are cards
No
that
starter deck
cannot
cards, yeah.
appear in booster
Interesting.
packs.
I wonder if they'll distribute those in another way, maybe through OP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
probably.
foil cards at OP from the starter, like that would get me like, yeah, I
That'd be
got it.
pretty cool.
I gotta get, yeah.
What if all the
so-
cards in the starter deck were just foil by default?
Yeah, there you go. So this says this foil card can be any rarity, which means you could luck into a second rare or legendary card, which is always fun. And then it says, however, foil cards are not the only variants that can appear in packs. There is also a small chance that any of the cards in the pack are a hyperspace variant, which gives them a special alternate frame that shows off more of the artwork. And we have this beautiful picture
It looks
of
so good.
Admiral Akbar doing his thing, being trapped, or whatever. He does lots.
Which
of
one
trap
is
stuff.
it? 'Cause that's significant.
Isn't that funny? The design for Akbar is always spring a trap on someone, and the entire thing is that he is the one who has been sprung the trap on, who's been trapped.
It's never Akbar at his desk working hard on his laptop to ensure a good strategy plan, or conversing with the other generals. It's oh crap. What do you think about this little hyperspace treatment? Like you can see, there's the black border on the left side. You've got the like kind of
It looks amazing.
Purgle view of the Akbar.
I think it's fantastic, and I also think it's awesome that they gave us hyperspace variants of Luke and Vader at Gen Con, and we didn't know that those were what they were. So that was really fun.
Yeah, very, very
Yeah.
cool. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna need a full foil hyperspace deck
Oh,
for whatever my
Jesus.
favorite
Here he
deck is gonna be.
Here he goes.
What are the chances of a foil hyperspace variant being the foil slot? What is the chance of that? Do we know?
All right.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we
in
know.
the
Okay.
article. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you're
low.
you're getting ahead of us here, Coach.
It's low.
So just hold on to that, okay? So it says any card in a pack can be a hyperspace variant, including leaders and bases. So that's
Very
key.
cool.
That's
very cool.
fantastic, and it can
I love that.
appear in any slot. Is what's really cool about it too. So you're going through your pack, you have to look
Yep.
at everything.
Yep.
You can't just skip to the end.
Yeah.
Which-
you remember?
Yep. Go
Yeah,
for it, Mike.
you're probably about to say that. You remember
Yeah.
when we did that interview with Jim, and he said, they want to make us look through every single card and get excited at multiple
Mhm.
points in the booster pack opening experience. This is like
It's
exactly
the confetti.
what he was talking about, and it's so freaking cool.
Yeah. I freaking love it because I am. They said in the live stream, like, when you just kind of like skip past the first cards and like, all right, what did I get?
Yeah.
Like to like force me to slow down, be like, okay, did I get it?
Mhm.
That is amazing, and I love that. But we have another card called the Showcase Variant. It's an even rarer variant exclusive to leader cards, which features alternate art, a unique frame, and special foil treatment. They are very few and far between. So you can see this little Leia example on the screen. of
It
a
looks
complete
insane.
different version. Yeah,
It looks
I need that so
great.
badly.
my goodness. Yeah.
I've never needed a piece of cardboard more in my entire life.
It
Yeah, they
reminds
look
me
awesome.
a little bit of like the spot glasses they did for Destiny, like just a tad of like, oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
so different. Now I definitely want a spot glass, version.
Mm-hmm.
Even the like just graphic design of the text boxes looks so much better than the original.
Yeah, it looks
So
so
it
good.
makes
Like
you want
the
it so
color
much
match,
more.
but with the background and like everything it just looks so good.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. It looks so good. But Jay, don't be thinking you're just gonna go and open a box and open one of these bad boys out. All right.
Hey, I have incredible luck. I have incredible luck.
Jay might. But if you see this here, it says showcase appears in 1 in 12 boxes.
All right, well, I'm buying at minimum 12 boxes.
I mean, and then if you don't open 1 in 12, it's like
that's 3 cases. I got it.
All right, so let's look through these possible options, right? We've got well, I messed up there we go. So foil card is
foil
1 per pack.
We knew that.
We got legendary 1 in 8 packs.
Okay, so that's 4 per box. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No, it's less than that. It's 3 per box.
Yeah, 24 packs per box. So,
wow,
but
3
is a
box.
playset, right? So,
if you get the same one.
Yeah, that's clearly what they're doing. No.
Oh my goodness.
Can you imagine?
Trash.
So many of these boxes are going to be open though, I think, with how much they're going to push draft.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to be chasing those showcase cards.
Chase.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So we got hyperspace is approximately 2 and 3 packs. So not quite 1 per pack, not quite, 1 and 2. Like it's just sort of, you'll see.
That's really cool though.
It's still gonna be very exciting to hit those, I think.
Like even just open fire, that looks
it looks
great.
That looks way better.
It looks so good.
100%. And it's gonna make it possible to actually do like hyperspace full decks without spending $100,000.
Yeah. And then we got the hyperspace rare or legendary 1 in 15 packs. So theoretically, you should get 1, and if you're really lucky, 2 in a box.
That's pretty cool, actually.
That is very cool.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard to like collect these.
Yes,
for sure. A hyperspace legendary. It's probably more than. So if it's 1 in 15 packs, that's probably every 3 of that is going to be 1 legendary, right? So it's probably going to be like 1 legendary hyperspace is in like 45 packs, more realistically, is what I would guess.
Yeah,
maybe more. I mean, if it's the same rarity ratio between legendaries and rares normally, which is like 1 in 8, then
it could be way more.
It could be like 15 times 8, basically. Which is
I think on the
crazy.
stream they did say though that it's like
it's
3
not
to
quite
1.
The same. Okay, got it.
I think is what they said. I'll have to go back and check.
Gotcha.
Not to be outdone though, we've got the foil hyperspace rare or legendary. So you've got vigilance here as an example, which also beautiful. Like
yeah,
this card
so good.
In foil, like
in foil.
That's in 2 boxes you'll get 1. That's cool.
Yeah, one rare, one galactic ambition.
Yes,
jeez, exactly. That would be awful.
Yeah,
those are gonna be expensive, and if someone wants to do a full foil, full hyperspace deck, it's gonna be cash.
A pretty penny.
Yeah. And then and lastly, the showcase leader cards 1 in 12 boxes. Woo.
Yep.
Those are gonna be expensive.
At least you only need 1 of them.
Yeah, true, because they're leaders.
Yeah. Flesh and Blood did that with their like heroes. Like there's a Marvel version of a hero, and it was super rare to get. But
was it rarer than 1 in 12 boxes, or was it that when they did the Emperor?
So the Emperor, they made a certain amount of them. I think they only made like 10,000 maybe or something like that, or maybe it was 1,000. I don't know. It was really weird how they did that one, but yeah,
Gotcha.
it's the same kind of concept.
And it was like
which is
instantly like $1,000 card, right?
Yeah,
So
it's super
these
expensive.
could be up
Those
there.
are gonna. I think these are gonna be like a couple hundred at least.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I'm curious. Yeah, to compare
Maybe
with
more.
like an enchanted from Lorcana. I'm
I
curious
think
to see. Like, I think these might be a little bit more expensive.
This will be way more expensive. Well, you have to get 4 of
one
them
in every 12 boxes. I think it's. I don't know what the odds are for an enchanted. Is it similar? It might be.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is similar.
Yeah.
So
maybe
and you have to get 4 of them in Lorcana if you want to run all 4. So
yeah. These are definitely a bit friendlier, but the foil hyperspace legendaries are like it's cool because they're sort of basically introducing chase cards on 2 different vectors, which is pretty interesting. The one thing I don't see in here is like foil hyperspace cards that are not rare or legendary. So I'm curious how often those show up.
Oh, true.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
Yeah, or if they do at all. I hope they do, because if I'm gonna foil hyperspace out my whole deck, I'm gonna need it to be my whole deck.
It would just be common and uncommon, huh?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
So they finished out the article, basically reinstating the answer is quite simple. We made this to support draft and sealed play, and it, from the beginning and blah 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 blah. The game officially releases in the first half of 2024. So they're teasing us a little bit, right? Saying 2024, it's not Christmas, so who knows if the March leak is correct or not, but yeah.
They did say something else in the live stream that kind of struck me a little bit, and it was that it was in relation to drafting. They mentioned having common leaders so that it's more likely you'll get to play that leader, which is weird because I know in Flesh and Blood, if you're playing draft, you get to choose any of the token heroes. I'm wondering if this is not going to be that way.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so this must be that you play the leaders that you open or something.
Yeah, that'll be really interesting.
I think that's actually really cool because it increases the strategy of like your draft, right? So if you open 3 leaders, I'm assuming that there's 3 booster packs because it's draft and that's just always standard. What it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's assume that you open 3 booster packs and you get 3 leaders to choose from. It already gives you a little bit of a direction in terms of like what cards you're trying to go after, which I think is pretty cool for draft. I actually really like that for new players too, because it gives them sort of something to latch onto immediately and not just like, what do I pick out of this pack? I don't know what I'm looking at. Now they can look at their leader and see, okay, which of these colors maybe fits that,
but then,
or whatever.
But it's really weird because then like, are you opening all 3 packs at once to see what your leaders are? Because
good question.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And it could have been that he was just mentioning it and it wasn't in relation to draft, but it was like at the same time he was talking about draft. So I kind of put 2 and 2 together. My other question, they mentioned rare leaders. Where do those come in the pack? Are they going to be in the rare slot or are they in the leader spot?
That's a good question.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like I remember one of them saying that you could get 2 rares if you get one in the legend or a legendary foil spot or whatever, but you could also get a rare as the leader, so you could potentially get 3 rares.
Oh no, there was something they used some example where you could get 4, but I couldn't understand what they were saying, so I kind of.
So maybe the leader takes that, even if it's a rare leader, it still takes the leader spot. I don't know. It's something that I'm curious about, and they didn't really fully discuss.
I also sort of remember, and maybe forgive me if I'm wrong, but if a showcase shows up, it replaces an uncommon.
Yeah, Jeremy said that.
That's kind of awesome.
Jay-Z.
That's really cool
because you could get a hyperspace legendary and a showcase in one pack.
Okay, so
I
that
never
must be
will,
what they were
but you
talking
could.
about when they
Yeah.
said you could get
Or
4.
you'll open it in a draft instead of a pack and be like, oh crap.
I will say the one thing that throws me off about the showcase is that it still has the common C at the bottom of the showcase card,
Interesting.
which
Why
is
not have a
fine,
showcase
but
rarity
yeah,
on it?
that's
Yeah,
kind
there
of
it
my
is.
thought. It's like
Yeah.
it's such a cool looking card. It also doesn't look like it has a security seal from this this image,
Oh yeah,
which is interesting.
that's weird.
So I don't
Um,
know. Maybe it's just
I
a mock-up.
do-
Because
So
they're all foil too.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that helps.
I really like the artwork on the new Leia. It's like a Western anime style, which
Mhm.
I really like.
It's so sick.
I wonder if they're gonna get the same person to do the artwork for all of the
Ooh, that'd
showcase
be cool.
cards, and then they're like actually, whatever the term is, like cohesive. That would be really cool.
Well, the Luke and Vader sort of
Yeah, they mirror each other a bit.
well,
They're
yeah, but
definitely
they're
the same
also
art.
are they the same art style as this though?
No,
But maybe they're different because they're starter deck cards.
yeah,
Yeah. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. So maybe just we can close out with some like overall impressions. I'll lead out because I've been thinking about this for a long time. But to see this breakdown of a game that was designed with draft and sealed in mind is so freaking refreshing to see, because I really feel like Lorcana completely whiffed on that. And I know their target audience is different than a game like this, but I don't like the way that they set it up. And like I'm like it's so stinking expensive. It's so, and granted we don't know the price for this, so I could be, we could come back to this and be like, oh okay, I was dumb, but it just feels like so much intentionality and thought went into every micro decision of how the pack was made, that I just I was already all in, and now I'm like, let's go. Give me the date. Let me ask for vacation days so I can just sit and draft and sealed and
so we can
cash
go
in all
meet
the
up
husband
somewhere
dad points. Yeah.
and play sealed for like 2 days straight.
Yeah. And obviously the other side of this too is like I think they've done the opposite of Destiny, where Destiny there was no
Yes.
collectability,
Mhm.
and this is like they clearly learned the lessons and said, we know that the secondary market matters to the long-term health of a game, and I think this is fascinating to watch, and I am more excited for this game after today's video than I have been the entire time. Like I need these packs to be in my hand today.
Yep, I totally agree. I'm super excited. This has me even more pumped. Kind of sucks that it's going to be so long before the game comes out, but yeah, I everything they have done so far has been chef's kiss. Has really inspired me to like look into this deeper with less hesitation than I would have at the beginning of the announcement.
Yeah,
Mike?
I think a couple of things. One, this is obviously incredibly well thought out, and I really appreciate that. I think that it's going to be really exciting to open booster packs, and that's like one of the most important things for a new trading card game is, can you make people want to open booster packs?
Yeah,
because that's how your game lives or dies. So
Yeah.
I think this bodes really well for the future of Star Wars Unlimited. I think the only question left to answer is how much product is there going to be, which we hope is enough, but you never know. And I think if like basically, I think FFG has at almost every turn like proven that they are a different FFG than they were when they produced Destiny. At the beginning, up front in that first live stream, they set up all of these different things that they said they were doing differently and improving upon. And so far, I believe them based on all of this stuff. So I think the ultimate test will be when the game comes out and whether or not I can actually go draft at my local game store or not.
Yeah. Yes. Sign me up. Totally agree.
Or am I gonna have to go to Disney and try to find some gift sets?
I mean, but honestly, like the thing I loved about Keyforge is like at the end of a work week, being like, oh, it's been a tough week. I earned a stop at the local game store to crack open a fresh Keyforge deck to see if I opened that one, thing. Like just swing by the local game store, and Keyforge had that. Destiny did not. Like a lot of games that I played have not. And but this, I'm like, oh yeah, like
yeah, you're gonna
to be
want to
like,
go to. I mean,
yeah.
just like buying loose booster packs sounds fun for this
Yeah,
game.
I know. And
There's
just being like,
so much cool stuff to open.
it's like scratching a lottery ticket maybe, but honestly, gosh, I love this. So let us know in the comments what you think about all these booster packs and Star Wars Unlimited, and hop in our Discord if you haven't already. This has been our live react to the booster packs. There's lots of Star Wars Unlimited news coming out still even next week. So get ready because the hype train continues to roll. But that's it for us, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.